Hello everyone and welcome. DSP here, and this is another one of my statue walkthrough videos. Today we're going to be showing off the Shredder Comiquette from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles line of Sideshow collectibles. This is a unique figure because of the unique amount of customization that actually is available with it, which I'm going to show you shortly. It is a statue slash comiquette, and it is about 10 pounds in weight. We actually just weighed it on our scale here. So to show you here, quick walkthrough. There's a little side view of the box on the back. Cool back view. You may notice he looks a little different. I'm going to show you about that in a moment here. This is the Sideshow exclusive edition, which means it is the more limited run, and you'll actually see right here on the bottom, he is number 358 of 500 pieces. Okay? So only 500 of this exclusive edition were ever made. So let's open them up. And I will show you why this is the exclusive edition and why this is a really cool edition. I like this one in particular, this piece, for the fact that, as you will see shortly, some really neat features. So we'll flip them open here. Alright, this is really neat because, as you can see, it's all on one side. Now, why is this piece so unique? Well, not only is it a Shredder figure, as you can see, he has 3 interchangeable heads, ladies and gentlemen. So head number 1 is the head from the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles comic books, from the, the original Eastman and Laird line from the 1980s into early 90s. Notice you cannot see his face at all. It was only just 2 cartoonish eyes that were visible in that version. That's the first head. Head number 2 is actually from the 1980s and 90s children's cartoon, where you can actually see his eyes. The Shredder always had his eyes visible in that cartoon. Okay, and also I would say probably from the line of movies in the 1990s, the live-action movies. And then the third head, this is the one that is the Sideshow exclusive. It was only available if you pre-ordered this special edition of 500 pieces. It's him without the mask on at all. So Orokusaki, I guess is what you would call this one, his actual face. He is the leader of the Foot Clan, and it's a pretty nice figurine overall. What I'll do is I'll take this out and I will set it up so you can see what it looks like once it is standing. This is one of the more simpler ones that I had to set up. As you can see, look, all one piece. You take it right out, rotate the base around. There's one simple notch to put the foot into. Once it's lined up, he stands nicely onto the base. Don't worry, we're going to back this up in a moment here to show you. And we'll put a head on him. There you go, voila. Look how easy that was to set up. Okay, let's move him back a little bit to get a better shot. See that? And it is, even though it doesn't seem to be, it is centered weight. Just so you guys know, it's not like it's wobbly or anything. And I'll show you. You can bang them all around. Look, they made it nicely so that it is a centered weight. It's not like it's lopsided. It's going to fall any one direction. Okay, so the reason that I like this piece is a few reasons. Number 1, because it's the 3 versions of Shredder. It's not just the one Shredder. It's 3 different versions from any lore that the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles have been through. You get that version of Shredder. Number 2, the thing I really like about this guy is the base. I'm going to take the head off just to make sure it doesn't come off. But take a look. The base is so small. It's very narrow, and it's very easy to find a placement for this guy on a bookshelf. On top, I actually had him on top of a bookcase where I didn't have a lot of room, but because the base is so small, I was able to squeeze him in to the bookcase. All right. Also, the heads are magnetic. Just so you know, once you do put them on, the magnet takes over and will hold that head in place, and it's not going to go anywhere. Okay. So, just to let you know, this is for sale. The way that it goes, I checked it online, and it looked like no one was really selling this. Okay. What I can tell you is that when it was new, this version was going for, I believe it was roughly around $300 new. Okay? Being that it is the limited edition, I would think that it's worth a little more than that. Keep in mind, this is one of my best kept, no scratches, nothing. It's pristine. This thing is gorgeous. There's no damage, nothing. Everything about it is perfect. And being that it is limited to only 500 pieces, it's definitely a lot more valuable than the standard edition that they came out with that had a lot more pieces that were made. Okay? So I would say, and a lot of people, this is funny, for the figures that I've been, and the statues that I've sold, people are saying, what's a good starting bid? I don't know what I should offer. What would you accept for a good starting bid? Well, being that this thing, you know, originally went for around 300, probably has increased in value, I'd probably say a good starting bid is around 250. Now, if I don't get that, you know, I might accept a few bids that are a little bit lower, but I would say around 250 is a reasonable starting bid for this guy, okay? So how do you bid, and what's the deal? If you want to bid, email me at darksydephil@hotmail.com, okay? That's DARKSYDEPHIL@hotmail.com. In the title or subject of your email, title it Shredder Offer. Please let me know your name and your actual mailing address in your offer. The reason I say that, I've said this before and I'll say it again. Please, if you're international to the United States, do not bother making an offer, or if you live really, really far away, it's not worth it. Let me give you some perspective, okay? Earlier today, I mailed one of my previous statues that I was selling. It was the Black Cat bust. That box is about the same box as the Shredder box, and it's about the same weight as Shredder. To mail that to California, who the winner of that statue was, he lives in California, costed about $30, okay? But that was standard mail. To give you some perspective, I also mailed out t-shirts today. I mailed them internationally. I mailed them to the UK, Australia, and Canada. Each t-shirt cost me $23.50 to mail. So I just want to put that in perspective, the incredible cost of shipping. If a little t-shirt that doesn't even weigh a pound costs 20 bucks, can you imagine how much it would be to mail this thing across the globe? And unfortunately, I had someone who had apparently lived in Canada who had made an offer on a figure this past couple of weeks. I'm sorry, not Canada, Alaska. Way, way north in Alaska. And he said, oh, I want to make an offer. I said, well, that's great, but I'll tell you right now, the shipping's probably going to be astronomical to get it up there. And the guy got all pissed off. I'm like, well, what do you want me to do? You know, I'm not the one who sets the shipping cost. That's why I've been saying for these statues for sale, these are mostly going to be for my viewers who are in the United States of America only, and only the contiguous. If you're out in Hawaii and Alaska, probably doesn't make sense to make a bid, all right? So the bidding will be going on all week. Friday night, this coming Friday, at midnight will be the time of the final bid. I will be contacting you guys who offer, on this thing via email all week and let you know if there are higher bids or whatever. And that's how I've been handling these. Okay? Now, if by some case, by the end of the week, there's no one who really has made a reasonable bid, or no one even will reach, say, a $250 reasonable bid, then I may have to go other means and put it on eBay or somewhere else. But I'd like not to do that. I think that I have viewers who would appreciate this, who would give it a good home, who don't want to spend all this money on middlemen like eBay or whatever, who take a big cut, and would rather just go straight direct to me, the seller. You've seen it in person, and now you know exactly what it is, and it's a great piece. It really is. I think it'll be a good addition to anyone's home. So, thanks everyone. That's it for the Shredder Comic Cat walkthrough. Again, I'd say starting bids around $250. Email me at darksydephil@hotmail.com. We'll give it about a week, and hopefully someone will have a good home for it at the end of the auction. Thanks everyone. I'll see you later.